It's Sunday afternoon baseball as the Rockies take on the Giants here in Game 3 at Oracle Park here in San Francisco. Giants winners of the first two games of this series. Rockies looking to avoid the sweep in this National League West matchup. Skylar Timmons with you here on the Sideline crowd. Calling the balls and strikes for you as the Rockies, who trying to end May with a victory. They have had a rough month, and they will be going up against Jeff Samardzija, making his fourth start of the year. It's 0-1, 6.60 ERA in 15 innings of work, 10 strikeouts to 9 walks, making his first start since April 8th when he tore his shoulder, had a shoulder tear that sidelined him for the past month, and he'll face Sam Hilliard, who struggled on the road, 224. Rockies with a rough day yesterday against Drew Smiley. Here's the first pitch to Hilliard, and we're underway. Here's that, misses for ball one. Giants coming into this one at 26-32. They're third in the National League West. Seeing a different lineup for the Giants today. Here's the 1-0 to Hilliard, who fouls it off. 2-1. Beautiful day here in San Francisco. 63 degrees, just light breeze out to center field. Good day for baseball. Here comes the 1-1 to from Samardzija now. That runs inside. 2-1. To Hilliard, and this one's hitting foul territory. Longoria gives it a look, but this one's going to drift into the camera well. Now leaving the count at 2. Hilliard with a rough day yesterday, along with the rest of the Rockies lefties, against Drew Smiley. A lot of strikeouts, and he swings to that fastball. And we're underway here as Samardzija gets Hilliard to swing that fastball. There's one away, and that'll bring up David Dahl, the center fielder. Here's the first pitch to Dahl, in there for a called strike. Samardzija, remember that long time with the Cubs, and then was traded to the Oakland A's, and eventually ended up here with the Giants. Pitch misses up and in. Doesn't throw particularly hard. You see his fastball kind of averages in the high 80s. One to Dahl. Misses outside. 2-1. It'll be rough, kind of sliding back into this rotation. Misses inside. 3-1. This is his first start in about a month and a half, 2 months. After that shoulder tear, and Giants activating him today as Dahl swings to that pitch inside, runs the count full. To Dahl, inside, ball 4. So 1-out walk to the center fielder, and that'll bring up Nolan Arenado. You're going to see Samardzija just trying to get back into a groove. Arenado currently third in the National League in All-Star voting here in our simulated season. 289 average on the year for Arenado. 12 homers, 40 RBIs. He's tied for first on the team in RBIs, with Charlie Blackmon, who's waiting on deck. First pitch to Arenado just misses the outside corner. 1-0. Samardzija didn't like that call. Thought he had part of the plate. But home plate umpire rules of the ball. That'll be 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Arenado. Misses down around the shoe tops, and it's 2-0. See Samardzija struggling a little bit with his control. Arenado trying to be patient at the plate. Two-0. Now runs inside with that fastball. 3-0. And you got a dangerous hitter in Charlie Blackmon who waits on deck. Blackmon leading the league in batting average with that .376 average. 3-0 to Arenado. Throws that one right down Main Street. Bit of the slider action. Called a strike. Now runs at 3-1. Well, Samardzija, his last start back in April was a 7-5 win over the Diamondbacks in extra innings. As that pitch misses outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks here in the first with 1 out. Samardzija, 16 pitches already, trying to settle in. Rockies making him work. And that'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. Blackmon currently second in the National League in All-Star voting in right field. He's been on a tear this season. Had a home run in yesterday's game. First pitch to Blackmon, swing and a miss. 0-1. Blackmon 13 strikeouts in his career against Samardzija. Looking to get something going here with 2 men on, 1 out. Chases that pitch inside. Get that slider, ties up Blackmon, and he's in the hole 0-2. Not sure what he was swinging at. And here comes the 0-2 from Samardzija. Blackmon rips that one foul. Got a good piece of it. Left the fastball over the heart of the plate. But Samardzija back in April, the Giants won 7-5 in extra innings. Samardzija went 5 2/3, allowed 3 runs on 4 hits. This one's fouled off. Had to come out of the game after injuring his shoulder. And since then, he's just got activated on the 28th, making his first appearance. Tough take there by Blackmon, but he lays off 1-2. A corresponding move, the Giants sent outfielder Clint Frazier. Sent him to AAA. 1-2 to Blackmon. And this one is crushed. Get out of here, ball. Home run. You can chalk that one up for the good guys. 3-run shot for Charlie Blackmon, his 14th of the year. Back-to-back games with a homer. And welcome back to the big leagues, Jeff Samardzija. Nice at-bat there by Charlie Blackmon, fighting off a few pitches, laying off, and then gets a fastball up that he just crushes into the bay. And just like that, the Rockies have a 3-0 lead here to start this game. That'll bring up Brendan Rodgers, shortstop. First pitch to Rodgers, runs inside. Well, Blackmon's been the model of consistency for the Rockies offense. Been hitting for power, hits for contact, gets on base. Just continues to be a threat in that lineup. Gets a piece of that one, hits it foul. That's what the Rockies have been struggling with, is consistency through that lineup. 1-1 to Rodgers. Big swing and a miss there at the breaking ball. 1-2. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it away. Because even though Blackmon has that high average, the Rockies are still about middle of the pack in all of baseball with the .262 team average. That's good for 13th as Brendan Rodgers swings through that fastball. 2 away. And the Giants aren't too far behind the Rockies with a .257 average. Finding a lot of the categories and stats, the Rockies, the Giants aren't too different. 2 outs now as Daniel Murphy stands in. So he watches that fastball miss inside, ball 1. Murphy hitting 246 on the year, 8 homers, 31 RBIs. It's been a solid presence at first base, but still working on getting the bat going. It's kind of been up and down so far this season. Samardzija wiping his brow. 30 pitches in. 2 outs here in the top of the first, and the Rockies are up 3-0. Murphy bounces that one foul. Runs the count to 2-1. Two 2-1 to Murphy. And he lifts this one down the line in right field. Over his pins. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. But Charlie Blackmon, Rockies jumping on Jeff Samardzija. His 3-run shot gives the Rockies a 3-0 lead. So way to the bottom of the first here at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Well, Kyle Freeland making his 12th start of the year, looking to bounce back after a rough outing against the Dodgers. It's 3-3, 5.14 ERA, 36 strikeouts to 20 walks, a 130 whip. He's given up 60 hits in 61 innings of work. It's about a hit an inning. And he's looking to bounce back here. And Billy Hamilton, the right fielder, will start things off today. I thought that was Pence in right field. Looks like they put in Billy Hamilton today. This one's fouled away. Hamilton coming in on the right side of the plate, the switch hitter. Hitting 242 on the year. Swing and a miss through that curveball. He's down 0-2. Misses in the dirt, 1-2. Yesterday, the Rockies lose 5-1. Most of that offense coming 6th inning and later. John Gray and Drew Smiley locked in a pitcher's duel. And this one's lifted out to left field. Ranging back is Hilliard, who makes the catch. And that will retire Billy Hamilton to start the inning. We'll bring up Yolmer Sanchez, the second baseman. 178 on the year, had a solo homer in yesterday's game, his 3rd of the year. First pitch from Freeland, in there for a called strike. Well, Yolmer Sanchez has had to really step up for the Giants this year, as Brandon Belt is currently on the 60-day injured list with a torn labrum. He hasn't played at all this season, so Yolmer Sanchez, who primarily has been playing first base, is in there, pops this one up on the infield. Murphy calls for it. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 away. So Mike Yastrzemski, the right fielder, will stand. The left fielder will stand in. 9th in the National League in All-Star voting. Freeland winds and deals. And that misses inside, ball 1. Well, Freeland, so far he's got the first 2 outs of the inning, but still he's not out of it. He's really struggled closing out the innings. His last outing against the Dodgers only went an inning and 2/3, gave up 6 runs on 6 hits. And the Dodgers victory. Looking to bounce back again here against the Giants. Runs that fastball inside. Yastrzemski fouls it off. So as we've mentioned before, the Rockies team ERA is at 5.59. That's the worst in all of baseball, not just the National League. Giants aren't too far behind, though, at 4.55. This one's hit right, shot back up the middle into center field. So Yastrzemski beats the shift. And that's a 2-out single. So I'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Evan Longoria. Longoria we've seen mostly in this series. Couple hits in yesterday's game. First pitch swinging, sends this one out into the gap. That's going to get down for extra bases. Yastrzemski's rounding third. He'll score easily. Longoria will stop at second. And the Dodgers with a 2-out double make it 3-1 as they get on the board. 6th double of the year for Longoria. Pitch up and away, and Longoria just right on it. Hits it out and into the gap. And so there's a man at second now. Here's the first pitch.
1 ball, no strike.
1-0 the count. So 1-0 the count. Freeland checks the runner. Kicks and deals. This one's hit the other way down the line, but that'll drift foul. Evens the count at 1. Freeland once again checking the runner. Kicks and deals. This one's lifted out to left field. Hilliard's there as he'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. Giants get a run back on the RBI double by Evan Longoria, but Freeland gets out of the inning without any further damage. We head to the top of the second. Rockies lead it 3-1 here this afternoon as we're underway. Well, Ryan McMahon, second baseman, will lead things off here in the top of the second. McMahon, bit of a slump as of late, hitting .234 on the year. 8 homers, 24 RBIs. A bit of a slump, having trouble with the strikeout. First pitch to McMahon. Swings at the fastball up, and it's 0-1. McMahon, who had a bit of a breakout year last year, taking over as the second baseman, was off to... He's kind of been in a slump throughout this season, kind of up and down. He's had a couple of hot streaks, but most of it has resulted in that low batting average. Fights off that pitch, makes it 1-2. Here's the 3-1 now to McMahon. Watches that pitch low, 2-2. Tight strike zone by the home plate umpire. Samardzij's had some really good pitches on the corners, just not getting the calls. As Samardzij now lines and deals the 2-1, or the 2-2 is fouled off. I'll do it again. It's been the key to the Rockies' success when they have hit well, at least on the offensive side. Being patient at the plate, fighting off pitches. Really the biggest struggle has been the pitching staff. That's a tough take there, but he lays off, runs the count full. Once again, another full count that the Rockies have seen against Samardzij. Tony Wolters waiting on deck. Payoff pitch is fouled off. Already 8 pitches it's at bat. McMahon looking for that right pitch that he needs to hit. Do it again, 3-2. Dribbler to second. He's got he'll throw on to first. And there's out number 1. Get a look here at the Giants defensively. Left to right in the outfield, Yastrzemski, Alex Dickerson, Billy Hamilton. Then in the infield, Longoria, Crawford, Yomer Sanchez at second, and Austin Slater at first, with the Ramos Garcia behind the dish. Here's the first pitch to Wolters, misses high, 1-0. To Wolters. This is down in the dirt. 2-0. Misses high again. 3-0, having trouble getting the ball down. And Walters, who's been very patient at the plate this season, is way ahead, 3-0. And Samardzija misses outside, ball 4. So 4 straight balls to Tony Walters. Third walk of the game for Samardzija. Now bringing up the pitcher Kyle Freeland with 1 out. Man aboard now. As Samardzija comes set. Freeland shows bunt, pulls it back as that pitch misses high. 5 straight balls from Samardzija now. Not the way he wanted to come back from the injured list. Here's the 1-0 to Freeland. And gets this one down. They'll go on to first. They'll get Walters at second. No return throw. So Freeland will get aboard here. As he'll replace Tony Walters. Just bounced a little too hard directly at the first baseman, Austin Slater. Quickly turns and fires it to Crawford. Wisely holds onto it. We saw in yesterday's game that same type of play happened to Ryan McMahon, who then gets taken out at second, resulting in an errant throw that scored a run. Sam Hilliard now up. Struck out his first time up. Freeland at first, 2 outs. First pitch swinging sends this one out to center field. There to catch it is Alex Dickerson, and that'll retire the side. Nothing doing here for the Rockies as we head to the bottom of the second. 3-1, they lead it. Crawford, Slater, and Garcia due up for the Giants. Well, shortstop Brandon Crawford stands in to lead things off against Kyle Freeland in the second. Hitting a .197 on the year, not typical of Brandon Crawford that we've seen in the past. Pitch misses high, 1-0. In his career against Freeland, he's had a rough go of it. 3 for 22 with 5 strikeouts. Freeland's behind him 2-0 now. Comes the 2-0 from Freeland now. And it called strike on the inside corner. That's a pitch that Samardzija hasn't been able to get. The Rockies will take it. Here's the 2-1 now. Bouncer down the line, but just goes foul. Just missing extra bases there. Do it again, 2-2. Broken bat. Popped up behind the mound, but Freeland can't grab it. Bounced off his glove. Tough play for Kyle Freeland as he's down. Trainer's coming out to check on him. See if Freeland's going to be okay. Looks like he will. That was a rough, kind of an awkward play for him coming off the mound, and then also the broken bat coming at him. So Austin Slater hits now with the man on first. Slater hitting .369 on the year, 4 homers, 17 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. Well, in terms of grounding into double plays, you've got 2 of the teams that have been the worst in the league. The Rockies have hit into 48 double plays. And then the Giants right behind him at 49. They take places 29th and 30th in baseball. Down to Chase there with a nice pitch down and away. 2-1. And that's the surefire way to end a rally, is to hit into a double play. 2-1 to Slater. Lays off. 3-1. Ramos Garcia, the catcher, waits on deck. A rough go of it for both teams. 3-1 the count now on the first baseman, Austin Slater. Freeland checks him at first. 3-1. Gets the inside corner. Runs the count full. Crawford at first. Payoff pitch lifted out to center field. Ranging over is Dahl. He'll make the grab. And there's one away as Crawford will retreat back to first. So we get a look here at the Rockies defensively today. Pretty typical lineup for the Sim Rockies here on the sideline crowd. Left to right, Sam Hilliard, David Dahl, Charlie Blackmon. The infield, Nolan Arenado, Brendan Rodgers, Ryan McMahon, and Daniel Murphy with Tony Walters behind the plate. Brendan Rodgers, in his third straight start, is Trevor Story injured his groin a couple days ago, so he's day-to-day. This pitch is lifted high to center field. Dahl's there to make the catch as Garcia's retired. And now there's two away with Jeff Samardzija coming up to the plate. So Story, day-to-day, he is available to pinch hit. But he'll be out for maybe a day or two more. Brendan Rodgers, though, has filled in nicely with a .368 average in the short amount of time that he's been playing. First pitch strike. As Freeland gets ahead of his counterpart, 0-1. A little bit better showing from Kyle Freeland as opposed to his last time out against the Dodgers. Here's the 0-1 to Samardzija. Misses inside. But I wish I had the stat that would maybe tell me how many runs the Rockies have given up with 2 outs, because throughout our broadcast it seems like they've done it quite a bit throughout the season. Just misses the outside corner with that fastball. Runs it to 2-1. Unfortunately, I do have that the Rockies throughout this season have given up 332 runs. That's worst in all of baseball. Kyle Freeland himself has given up 36 home runs with 9 home runs in total. Samardzija fouls off that fastball. Evens the count at 2. So they've had a hard time limiting the long ball and limiting runs. Big swing and a miss. Fooled him with the off speed. And that'll set down the side here. We're through 2. Rockies lead at 3-1 here in San Francisco as we head to the top of the third. We're here in the third inning. Jeff Samardzija making his first appearance since getting recalled from the injured list. So we skip over Heidi Watney here because we can't hear what she's saying anyway. But we'll have Dahl, Arenado, and Blackmon do up this inning. David Dahl walked, came around to score his first time around. Yeah, Samardzija kicks and deals and misses low, ball 1. Well, typical of the third inning here on the sideline crowd. We do our This Day in Rockies History. We got a few things we can talk about. Dahl fouls that one off. One that I think is probably one of the more exciting ones is Andres Galarraga back in 1997 on this day. Rockies are playing against the Florida Marlins in the 4th inning. Andres Galarraga against the Marlins ace, Kevin Brown. This one's line shot down the line, and it is foul. David Dahl just misses a line drive homer. Instead, it's 1-2 now. Long fly ball there. And that misses inside, 2-2. But Andres Galarraga against Kevin Brown in the 4th inning, bases loaded, hits an absolute moonshot into left field for the grand slam. Initially counted at 579, which is mind-boggling. Then they went back and it was soon remeasured back down to 529. Still an absolute bomb That Andres Galarraga hit. Still one of the longer ones in MLB history. And if you've never seen it, go ahead and look it up on YouTube. It is absolutely mind-boggling just how badly that ball was crushed. Line drive into right field. Billy Hamilton's there to make the catch. And Dahl sat down. Here's a look at the standings here in the National League West. Rockies still at the bottom of the division, 20-37. They're 14.5 back of the Dodgers. San Francisco in at third, 26-32. Rough go of it for the Rockies. They've only won 8 games in the month of May. And currently in the midst of 17 straight ball games. This is game number 10. Arenado fouls this one off. So they have 17 days straight of baseball. That's got to take a toll on you. They don't get another day off until June 8th. This one's lifted out to left field. This one's got a chance. Yastrzemski back to the wall will make the catch. Just shy of the wall. Arenado just missing the home run. Gave it a ride. Just not enough. And now there's 2 away for Charlie Blackmon. Last time up, hit a 3-run shot into right field for his 14th of the year. Gave the Rockies a 3-0 lead. Samardzija kicks and deals, and this one is crushed deep to right field. Did he do it again? He did! Solo home run for Charlie Blackmon. Second of the game in 2 at-bats. 15th on the year. And it's 4-1 Rockies. Chalk that one up for the good guys. Have yourself a day against Jeff Samardzija, Charlie Blackmon. Chuck Nasty getting it done. Jumped on the fastball. No doubter once again. Tucks this one down the line. That one lands in the bay. 4 RBIs for Blackmon so far in this game. He's responsible for all 4 runs. I'll bring up Brendan Rodgers. Watches ball 1. I need to talk about Andres Galarraga hitting homers more often. So that's what was happening for the Rockies this day in history. It was Andres Galarraga's 529-foot homer against the Marlins at Pro Players Stadium in Miami. To Rodgers, misses up and in, runs the count 3-0. Murphy waits on deck. But also, speaking of multi-homer games, here's the 3-0 to Rodgers, called strike at the knees. So in 2012, Rockies playing at home against the Astros. Inside ball 4 as Rodgers draws the 2-out walk. He'll head down to first. 2012, Carlos Gonzalez set a franchise record and became the 22nd major leaguer to hit a home run in his 4th straight at bat. So the day before, so on May 30th, 2012, Carlos Gonzalez had a 3-homer game. This one's lifted down the line in right field. Hamilton's there. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Finish our thought here in a second. But Charlie Blackmon with the solo homer makes it 4-1 Rockies as we head to the bottom of the 3rd here in San Francisco. Long ball working against Jeff Samardzija. Once again, we'll skip past Heidi Watney here. As Billy Hamilton, the right fielder, will lead things off, fly out back in the 1st. But Cargo, May 30th against the Astros, had a home run in the 5th, 6th, and 8th innings of the previous game, and then his first at bat on the 31st, grounder to first. Arenado's got it, 1 away. First at bat against Bud Norris the next day. Cargo hits a 3-run homer for his 4th straight home run, 4th straight at bat. Hitting bombs. Yomer Sanchez will bat now. Pop out back in the 1st. Fortunately, Cargo was recently released by the Mariners. Amidst all the releases in minor league baseball, as Sanchez hits a dribbler back of the middle for the one-out single. I'll bring up Mike Yastrzemski. Single came around to score his first time up. One out, man aboard. Here in the bottom of the third, Rockies lead 4-1. I think I remember in 2012, despite how rough that season was, there were highlights in there. Well, it's one of those, or Cargo hitting home runs being one of them. Swing and miss there by Yastrzemski, evens the count at 1. Throw over to first, he's back easily. But I believe I remember seeing Cargo hit that 4th home run, or at least listening to it on the radio, and just being excited about that.
1-2, count.
Carlos Gonzalez in his prime was a sight to behold. The 1-2 to Yastrzemski. Got him swinging. Chased the slider below the knees. And Freeland gets the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, Evans.
Just drops off the table, and Yastrzemski didn't have a chance. The left-on-left matchup was hard enough against that slider. So I'll bring up Evan Longoria, 2-run, or a RBI double his first time up. First pitch to Longoria is grounded to third. Arenado will go the short route, and that will retire the side. We're through 3 here as we head to the top of the 4th. Rockies lead at 4-1. McMahon, Walters, and Freeland due up. Rockies second baseman Ryan McMahon grounded out in the second, his first time up. Jeff Samardzija out there at 64 pitches. We'll see how long Gabe Kapler keeps Samardzija out there. First pitch to McMahon misses high. Giants do have some options out there, especially guys that could eat some innings like Logan Webb and Trevor Cahill. Both sort of their long men in that bullpen. Swing and a miss by McMahon, evens the count at 1. Giants have hit 82 doubles on the year. They only have 59 homers as a team.
1-2.
That's near the basement in all of baseball. Giants have kind of lost the offensive prowess they've had in years past. Swing and a miss by McMahon as he chases the fastball up. And there's one away here to start the 4th.
The catcher, number 14.
Just winds back and fires the fastball up. And McMahon, who's been having trouble making contact, that's a tough pitch to hit in the first place. So there's one away for Tony Walters.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Walters walked his first time up, then thrown out at second after the failed bunt attempt by Kyle Freeland. Jeff Samardzija with a nice amount of pitches. Called strike at the knees. Walters has been sort of in a platoon with Elias Diaz here with the Rockies. Walters chases that fastball up and away. It's kind of cooled off offensively.
That's the ball.
Tough pitch there. Samardzija doesn't get the call. Looked like it was at the knees. Instead, it's called the ball. Evens the count at 2. Walters has been very patient at the plate. He draws quite a few walks. Among the tops on the team. Flare over to third. Longoria makes the catch. And there's 2 away here. Bring up Kyle Freeland. But interesting to see this Giants team that kind of averaged out the last couple of years. Not quite sure whether they're in a rebuild or not. They're still kind of circling in that venue. They don't want to commit to the rebuild, as evidenced by the moves that they've made, getting Evan Longoria. They had Andrew McCutchen for a bit. The 2-0 to Freeland. This one's hit down the line past Evan Longoria. Then it's bobbled in left field by Yastrzemski. Freeland, who runs well, will glide into second. And it's a 2-out hit for Kyle Freeland. Samardzija in 3 2/3 innings. He's only given up 3 hits, but 4 runs. 2 of those hits being home runs. Logan Webb warming up in the Giants bullpen. Sam Hilliard will bat now. In terms of hitting doubles, the Rockies about middle of the pack in baseball. They've hit 94 doubles on the year. Good enough for 14th. Here's the 0-1 to Hilliard. Swing and a miss to that fastball down Main Street. 0-2. A bit of cutter action. Down 0-2. Freeland at second. Hilliard at the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the fastball up. And that retires the side. Samardzija gets through 4. So we head to the bottom of the inning. Rockies still lead at 4-1 here this afternoon. Here on the Sideline Crowd. Alex Dickerson will lead things off, the center fielder. 0 for 1. Fly out back in the first. First pitch misses down. 1-0. Comes the 1-0 to Dickerson. Misses inside. Had a couple other this day in Rockies history. Baldo Jimenez back in 2011 threw a 4-hit complete game shutout over the Giants, beating Tim Lincecum. Bouncer to first, backhanded by Murphy, who throws over to Freeland, who covers, and there's one away to start the 4th. Bring up Brandon Crawford. Singled back in the second, a little broken bat that flared over the mound. Freeland ranged back to try and catch it, but it bounced off his glove. Here's the first pitch to Crawford. Swinging and lifts this one out into the gap in right center field. That's going to get down and bounces off the wall. That's Triple's alley as Crawford rounds second. He'll head to third. The throw to third is late as he's sliding in safely with a 1-out triple. Crawford with his first triple of the year. If you ever hit it to that part of the ballpark here at Oracle Park, it's almost a guaranteed triple. Crawford doesn't run particularly well, but he knew it off the bat. He was going 3. So there's a man at third now for Austin Slater. Swinging at the first pitch. Hit out into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Gets down in front of Blackman, who can't track it down. Now goes an RBI single. 4-2 Rockies. This is where Kyle Freeland's really got to bear down. He's got to get Garcia here. Called strike at the letters. 0-1. Garcia with a deep fly ball. His first time up to center field. Man at first, 1 out. Rockies lead 4-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Grounder to second, over to Rogers, back to Murphy, and there's a double play to get him out of the inning. Giants get a run back, but the double play gets him out of the inning. We head to the top of the 5th. Rockies lead 4-2. Dahl, Arenado, and Blackman due up. David Dahl, walk and run scored in this one. He's 0 for 1. Manuel Garcia and Harlan Garcia warming up in the Giants bullpen. First pitch called, strike at the letters. Well, Samardzija has at least kept it close. Despite the 2 home runs that he's given up to Charlie Blackmon, the rest of this Rockies lineup hasn't done much. Samardzija's at 80 pitches. Gets ahead here 0-2. But if he can get through this inning, leaves the Giants in a lot better spot. This one's lined right at the second baseman, Sanchez. And there's one away here. I'll bring up Nolan Arenado. 0 for 1. Walk and came around to score on the Charlie Blackmon home run in the first. Here's the first pitch to Arenado. Catches the zone. 0-1. Well, here in the 5th inning, we usually try to go over some quick little headlines. What we can find and see. Here's the 0-1 to Arenado. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Well, from what it looks like, the tentative unofficial date of June 1st for a MLB and MLB Players Association deal is not expected. Looks like they still have a lot of negotiating to do. Grounder to first. Slater's got it. He'll take it to the bag. 2 away. Now bring up Charlie Blackmon, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of long balls. He's responsible for all 4 of the Rockies' runs today. Looking to make you 3 in a row against Samardzija. First pitch to Blackmon. Bouncer to second. Sanchez has got it. He'll throw on to first, and that will retire the side. Rockies go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the inning. 9-1-2, 2 up for the Giants. They trailed this thing 4-2. We're halfway through this thing. Pitcher spot due up. We'll see if Gabe Kapler goes with the pinch hitter. It looks like we will. We'll get Hunter Pence. Giants right fielder will pinch hit for Samardzija here in the 5th. Samardzija goes 5 innings, gives up 4 hits, or 4 runs. Not too many hits. Rockies lead at 4-2. Kyle Freeland in there for his 5th inning of work. Pitch misses down and in, ball 1. Pence hitting .307, 11 homers, 36 RBIs on the year. Turned out to be another good bargain pickup for the Giants. Chases that pitch down and away. Evens the count in 1. The 1-1 to Pence. Tap right back to the pitcher. Freeland snags it out of the air. Spectacular play there. And there's one away here to start the 5th for the Giants. I'll bring up Billy Hamilton. He's 0 for 2 in this one. So it sounds like there's no evidence of progress in the discussions between the two sides as they continue to negotiate the economic provisions. And there's still hope to begin the season by July 4th, but they're going to have to come to a decision by at least the next week or so, as they wanted to start spring training 2.0 in the middle of the month. This one's a slow roller back up the mound, and Hamilton's aboard for the 1-out single. He has like Buster Olney and John Heyman reporting that despite the lack of progress in negotiations, seems to be a prevailing sense of optimism that ultimately a deal will be reached, because both sides recognize that not letting a season happen just because of money and they recognize the steep consequences that it would have on the sport. So they need to find common ground, something that supports both sides in the short and long term. This one's lined into center field. Hamilton trying to move up to third, and he's in there safely. Yomer Sanchez with the base hit back into center field. Hamilton, who runs well, goes first to third. Dahl a little slow coming up with it. Strong throw. But there's men on the corners now for Mike Yastrzemski with the one away. First pitch misses outside, ball one. And this is where Kyle Freeland's really got to bear down here. Find a way to get the ground ball double play, get you out of the inning, and you move on to the sixth, still with the 2-run lead. Goes with the fastball outside. Again, misses, 2-0. Yastrzemski hitting 200 with runners in scoring position. Freeland comes set, checks the runner. Winds and deals. This one's lifted out to left field. Hilliard's got it. The throw home. And not in time. Hamilton beats the throw. Strong throw by Hilliard, just not enough behind it. And it's a one-run ball game here in the fifth. Evan Longoria up now. 2 outs, man at first. Freeland first pitch to Longoria. Bounce to third. Arnaudo will throw to second, and that will retire the side. Giants continue to chip away. They get a run back. They now trail 4-3 as we head to the top of the sixth. Rogers, Murphy, and McMahon due up for the Rockies.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Alan Garcia will pitch now for the Giants, making his 35th appearance. It's 2-1, 2.64 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 11 walks, and 30 innings of work. He'll face Brendan Rodgers, who's 0 for 1, walk in the third. Rockies only have 3 hits. They lead 4-3 thanks to Charlie Blackmon having 2 of those hits and then being long balls. Garcia, the left-hander, misses outside, 1-0. We bring Garcia in with this left-handed heavy lineup the Rockies have today. The 1-0. Drops that one in there for a called strike, 1-1. Some of the quick hits here on headlines is Buster Olney of ESPN saying some portion of league owners are perfectly willing to shut down the season. That could reduce payroll expenditures and other operating costs. But it's still just up in the air of the sides and figuring out a fair plan that they both agree on. Finding the common ground. It's probably the biggest thing that stands in the way. This one's fouled off down the line. But I think both sides agree, along with the rest of the fans, is that the season cancels if it does in the right circumstances. It's Brendan Rodgers swings and misses, and that's out number 1.
The first baseman, number 9, Daniel Murphy.
Basically, you got to protect the fan base and not lose any goodwill you have with fans, as well as teams and players and everyone. Murphy 0 for 2 in this one. He's got a couple of flyouts. So that's really all that I'm seeing that's going on in the headlines that I've found while sitting here. Bouncer to first. That's a fair ball as Slater will take it to the bag. Quickly 2 away. Garcia has got 2 outs on 8 pitches so far. And I'll bring up second baseman Ryan McMahon. He's 0 for 2. 1 for 10 in the series. Garcia winds and deal for the first pitch. Called strike at the knees. Utilizing that slider and curveball and a lot of those breaking balls here against these lefties. So we saw Drew Smyly in yesterday's game really gave the Rockies a run for their money.
0-2.
And it runs the count at 0-2. See if they go with the breaking ball again.
That's the ball. Outside.
Pitch misses outside, 1-2. McMahon able to hold off. Garcia kicks and deals again. This one's fouled off. Saw this McMahon in his first at-bat had quite a good at-bat against Samardzija. Resulted in an out. But he's been showing some patience at the plate. Counts 2-2 now. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. Chases the pitch down and away. And Harlan Garcia with the 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the sixth. The Rockies lead this 4-3. They're holding on to the one-run lead here this afternoon. As Alex Dickerson, the center fielder, will lead things off. He's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Kyle Freeland comes out for his sixth inning of work. First pitch swinging is Dickerson, and he rips that fastball foul into the crowd. And it's 0-1. Freeland at 60 pitches. He's been efficient today. He's scattered 8 hits for 3 runs. Pitch misses high, 1-1. Typically, Freeland and Tony Wolters work well together. Wolters a little bit better defensively behind the plate. Swing and a miss there. 1-2. Slider misses well outside in the other batter's box. 2-2. Another slider trying to get him to chase, but he lays off, runs the count full. Brandon Crawford waits on deck. And this one's hit out to center field. Ranging back is Dahl to the warning track. And he'll make the catch just shy of that warning track for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Gave it a ride, but David Dahl tracks it down. I'll bring up Brandon Crawford. 2 for 2, triple and a single, and a run scored in this one. Seems like no matter how much Brandon Crawford struggles, whether in this game or in real life, he always finds a way to just do damage against the Rockies. Luckily, that is not one of those times, as Freeland knocks down the comebacker, throws on to first for out number 2. Freeland getting beat up a little bit in this game. Shakes that off. Took it hard off the shin, but should be fine. Rub some dirt on it, walk it off. I'm bringing up first baseman Austin Slater, who's got a base hit in this one. RBI single his last time up. As Freeland winds and deals.
1 ball, no strike.
Misses low, ball 1. Tim Collins and Jairo Diaz warming up in the Rockies bullpen. This is grounded to third. Arenados gathers it. He'll throw on to Murphy, and that will retire the side. Freeland with an easy inning. We're through the 6th. We head to the top of the 7th. Rockies leading 4-3. Wolters, Freeland, and Hilliard due up here this afternoon, looking to avoid the sweep and end May with a victory. As we're going to get a double switch here for the Giants. Let you know who that is in a second.
Your attention, please.
Hondo Gustav will come in,
For San Francisco. Now pitching
Making
and
his-
batting in the 6th spot.
making his
Number
36th
74.
appearance. He's 4-2,
Now
386
playing short
ERA.
and batting 9. Number 46.
Bayatal Avelino, I believe, has come in. I'll have to get confirmation on that again as well. First pitch to Wolters misses down and in.
1-0.
I believe it is. Bayatal Avelino has come in. Not quite sure where exactly. Might be for Brandon Crawford at short. Here's the 1-0 to Wolters. Takes the call, strike the letters. Well, the Rockies, in their last 10 games, they're 2-8. They're currently on a 5-game losing streak. They're 10-19 on the road this season. And what has not been what they had hoped. 1-1 to Wolters is ripped into right field just over Slater. Bobbled in right field by Hamilton, but Wolters will stay at first, and it's a leadoff single to start the 7th. Rockies just with their 4th hit in the game. Left one over the plate, a hanging slider. And we'll get a pinch hitter here in Josh Fuentes. Fuentes hitting .229 on the year, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Get the right-on-right matchup. Bud Black opting to use him here. You have mostly right-handers on your bench today. With Fuentes, Chris Owings, Ian Desmond, Elias Diaz, and then you do have Trevor Story, but he's probably a last resort. Checks the runner at first. Here's the 1-1. Just misses low, lays off 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The Rockies have struck out 481 times. That's 12th most in the league. Swing and a miss there. Rockies strike out quite a bit. Giants have about 50 less offensive strikeouts at 430. That's 3rd best in the league. Here's the 2-2 to Fuentes. Gets under this one and lifts it out to center field. There to get it is Dickerson. And there's a 1 away here. Wolters retreat back to first. And Sam Hilliard will try to get it going now. Sam Hilliard, the left fielder, he's 0 for 3 tonight. Strikeout back in the 4th. He's had a rough go of it. First pitch to Hilliard is lifted out in the gap in center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Wolters had to freeze. He'll stop at 3rd. And that'll go as a 1-out double for Sam Hilliard. Just misses on the RBI. His 9th double of the year. But 2 men in scoring position now for David Dahl with 1 away. Wolters had to freeze, not knowing if he was going to get down or not. Well, he had tails away enough from Alex Dickerson, who had a good jump. So instead, there's man on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out for David Dahl. That pitch misses up and in, almost hits him. Runs it to 1-0. Dahl's 0 for 2. Walk and a run scored. Hitting .245 on the year. Haven't seen Dahl in many situations like this. He only has 15 RBIs on the year. Kind of a down year for David Dahl. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Gustav trying to get out of the inning unscathed. Keep it a 1-run ball game. This one's lined into left field. That's a base hit. Hilliard rounds 3rd. The throw home, not in time. 2-run single for David Dahl. It's 6-3 Rockies. That ought to pump you up. Left a pitch up and away. Dahl just shoots it the other way. And now there's a man aboard. With 1 out for Nolan Arenado. Arenado's 0 for 2 in this one. The walk and run scored. So far 0 for 4 in the series. He's walked a few times. But you want to keep the inning going. Give your bullpen as much of a cushion as you can. First pitch outside. Ball 1. Well, Sunday has typically been the Rockies' best day throughout the season. They've won all but 2 or 3 games on Sunday. 1-0 to Arenado, catches the zone at the knees. 1-1. Catches the inside corner. 1-2. Well, in the 8th and 9th, I like to just kind of fill it up with random things that we can look up, random trivia. I wanted to start off with this one right now. So wait for the 1-2 pitch to Arenado. On today in baseball history, some nice trivia. 1-2, swing and a miss. Arenado sat down on strikes, swinging at the fastball. And Gustav's got himself his second out. I'll bring up Charlie Blackmon, man aboard. 2 outs. Rockies lead 6-3. For this random fact, we're going all the way back to 1869. May 31st, 1869. Pitch misses inside with the curveball. 1-0. Blackmon 2 for 3. Couple of homers, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. 380 is his average heading into June. 1-0 to Blackmon. Catches the zone. 1-1. So in 1869, the first rainout involving a professional baseball team occurred when heavy rain postponed the Red Stockings tune-up game against the Antioch Nine, a Yellow Springs, Ohio college team. Aaron B. Champion, Cincinnati's owner, had been a student at the school in the 1850s. So the first ever rainout involving a professional team happened this day in 1869. Charlie Blackmon swings and misses at that pitch down in the shoe tops, and that will retire the side. But the Rockies tack on a couple. They lead at 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. 8-9-1 due up for the Giants. Jairo Diaz will get the nod here on the mound, making his 33rd appearance. He's 2-0, 5.60 ERA, 29 strikeouts to 6 walks. Recalled for this road trip as Antonio Senzatello was sent back down after a disastrous outing yesterday. They got him out of there and brought back Jairo Diaz to come with them to Arizona. First pitch to Garcia, misses outside, ball 1. Misses inside, 2-0. Diaz, who has struggled with control and just cutting down on the long ball and allowing runs. Called strike there. 2-1. He can throw the gas, but he just has a hard time cutting down on giving up the hard hit ball. Two one, misses up and away. 3-1. Avelino waits on deck. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the fastball in. 3-2 the count now. And this one is hit well down the line, but that's going to drift foul. And we'll do it again, 3-2. Got himself a pitch to hit there, but just hooks it foul. This is grounded to short, backhanded by Rogers. Long throw, not in time, just beats it. Nice play there by Rogers. That'll go as a base hit. It's deep in the hole, basically on the outfield grass. And he had to set his feet and throw, as Garcia beats him by half a step. Here's the pitch to Avellino. Home run in yesterday's game. Vital Avellino in 268. 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Kind of this utility infielder. This one's lifted into right field down the line. It'll drift just foul. Long run for Blackman, but thankfully it goes foul. Ira Diaz flirting with disaster here. Can't give anything too good to hit to these Giants hitters. Hard hit to short, bobbled by Rogers, and everybody's safe. Rogers overran it. And still nobody out. Tying run up to the plate here. Now goes an error against Rogers. Billy Hamilton will bat now with 2 men on, nobody out. Kicks off the heel of his glove. And unfortunately, Rogers can't get any outs. So I'll bring up Billy Hamilton, who comes in on the left side now. He's 1 for 3. Single and a run scored in this one. Well, Diaz really needs to bear down here now. Nobody out. You lead by 3. And the time runs at the plate here in the late innings. First pitch from Diaz. Hamilton shows bunt, can't get it down, and now goes a strike. 0-1 the count. Swings and hits that one foul. 0-2. Like I said, the Rockies have allowed 332 runs on the season. Grounded to third. Black Arenado to second. Over to first. Not in time. It looked like Arenado could have just touched his bag and gone to second. This was shot right down the line. He literally could have just touched the bag. Instead, he tries to go to second, gets the out there, but they can't double off Hamilton again. That puts men on the corners with 1 out. Speed on the bases at first. Now we'll bring up Yomer Sanchez, second baseman. He has been a thorn in the Rockies' side. He's 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles. He only has 3 homers. I believe 2 or 3 of them have come against the Rockies. They've had a hard time solving him. First pitch to Sanchez. Misses down and away. Ball 1. Sanchez hitting .303 with runners in scoring position. Bounces this one foul, evens the count at 1. Well, that's been the problem the Rockies have had in their bullpen all season through these 2 months of play, especially in the late innings. These guys coming in and not making it easy on themselves. It's because of that, Scott Oberg currently in AAA. Down in Albuquerque to get some work done. You've had a rotating door in the outfield. Fouls off the inside fastball, 2-2. Popped him up to the mound. Diaz makes the catch. And now there's 2 away. A little gift out there. So he gets Sanchez to pop out, but you still got to face Mike Yastrzemski, but Tim Collins is going to get called here. Last year, in 10 games, 3.12 ERA, 4 strikeouts and 3 walks. Well, Tim Collins is formerly with the Reds. He's kind of been around, but it's with the Rockies. They added him to their 40-man roster. Brought him up as a fresh arm who was having success down in AAA as a pitcher, and so he'll get the left on left here against Mike Yastrzemski. First pitch misses high, ball 1. So 2 outs. Rockies lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Men on the corners as the Giants are threatening here, trying to continue to chip away at that lead. Rockies put up 2 in the top of the inning. Gets the call and strike at the knees. One to Yastrzemski, bounces that one foul. Throw over to first, but Hamilton's back easily. Collins, who spent 4 seasons with the Royals, mixed success there. And spent 2018 with the Nationals, spent 2019 with the Cubs, only threw in 9 games.
That's the ball. 2-2.
2-2 the count now. Grounded foul. Keeps the count at 2. Gonna battle here for Yastrzemski and Collins. Collins has been a fairly good reliever in his career. And all his time with the Royals had an ERA around the 3s. Has a career ERA of 3.60. So not too bad of a pickup for the Rockies. The 30-year-old bounce to first. Murphy's got it. He'll take it to the bag, and that will retire the side. Rockies get out of the jam. Giants threaten, but they can't get anything across. We head to the top of the 8th. Rockies still lead at 6-3. Rogers, Murphy, and McMahon due up in the inning. Tony Watson, the left-hander, will get the call here for the Giants. Made his 25th appearance. He's 2-3, 3.48 ERA, 16 strikeouts, 2 walks. He'll face Brendan Rodgers, 0 for 2 in this one, but he does have a walk back in the 3rd. Rockies lead 6-3. So this one, this game's winding down. Called strike in the inside corner. Here's the 0-1 to Rogers. This one's lined into center field. That's going to get into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Leadoff single for Rogers against the left-handed pitching Tony Watson. Pitch down the middle of the zone, and Rogers turns on it. I'll bring up Daniel Murphy, who's been held hitless. He's been having a rough go of it against lefties. First pitch slider misses outside. Ball 1. A little over 33,000 in attendance here at Oracle Park this Sunday afternoon. Rockies lead at 6-3, trying to avoid the 3-game sweep by the Giants. After this game, Trevor Cahill and Sean Anderson warm up in the Giants bullpen. After this one, the Rockies will head to Arizona. Rockies head to Arizona for a couple. Rockies head to Arizona for 3 and then to Los Angeles for 4 before heading home to start a series on the 9th. Runner takes off for second, but Murphy fouls that pitch off. Ty Colbrith set to make his debut against the Diamondbacks, going up against Madison Bumgarner. Bounce and swings in the dirt. Murphy strikes out. Rogers will stay put at first. And there's one away. Got him to chase down in the zone. Murphy continues to struggle. That'll bring up Ryan McMahon. It's had a rough go of it. 0-1 the count now. The 0-1 to McMahon runs outside. 1-1 the count. McMahon just looking to... This has been the trouble the Rockies have had. They have so many lefties in that lineup. Kind of their everyday guys. Want some more balance in that lineup. The nature, a lot of the guys they have are lefties. Their entire outfield is left-handed. Say for Ian Desmond, but he's not consistent enough to warrant having him in the everyday lineup anymore. But then there are so many left-handers in the National League West. Saw with the Dodgers, the Rockies didn't see a right-handed starting pitcher in the Dodgers series at home. Swing and a miss. As McMahon, visibly upset with himself, heads back to the dugout after yet another strikeout for the Rockies' second baseman. There's just been too much inconsistency from anybody that really makes it hard to change up your lineup. Grounder to second. Sanchez will flip to second. And that will retire the side. Rockies get a man aboard, but can't do anything with them. We head to the bottom of the 8th. They still lead at 6-3. Longoria, Dickerson, and Watson due up for the Giants here at Oracle Park. Third baseman Evan Longoria doubling an RBI in this one will lead things off. But the Rockies have just had inconsistency with guys like Brendan Rodgers in real life. In terms of speaking as the team as a whole, Brendan Rodgers, who dealt with injuries but didn't really dazzle in a short amount of time he was up last season and dealt with injury. Garrett Hampson, who had a good September, but the Rockies have had problems with guys blocking other guys. So we see with Ian Desmond and opportunities in the outfield for some other players. James Pazos and Carlos Estevez warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Tim Collins still out there for the Rockies. And Longoria flies this one out to center field. Dahl makes the catch. And there's one away.
The center fielder, number 12, Allen.
So that's the hard part with contracts. He can't really move Ian Desmond. He's still owed $15 million this year, and then a little over $12 million for next year, the final year of his contract. Luckily, you lose the contracts of Brian Shaw, Jake McGee, and Wade Davis run out this season. And then there's some logistical things that I can't quite remember for the next season concerning those three. I believe Wade Davis has a mutual option. I could be wrong. 1-1 the count now on on Dickerson. 2-1 the count. Pitcher spot is on deck, so we'll see pinch hitter here for Tony Watson. Well, the Giants don't have many other options. Probably Pablo Sandoval seems like the most likely, or Rob Brantley. Fouls this one away, keeps the count at 2-2. Giants will host the Padres for the series here at home before heading out to Oakland. Full count now on Dickerson. This one's hit foul. Good A-B here for Alex Dickerson, making Tim Collins work. Tim Collins was called up for this road series. after so many struggles in that Rockies bullpen and being overworked. Pitch misses high, ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk to Dickerson. I'll bring up the pitcher's spot, and we'll see who the Giants go with here. And it looks like Bud Blackfurst is going to come in for the double switch here. So that'll do it for Tim Collins. Wade Davis is going to come in. 27th appearance. 4.03 ERA. Chris Owings comes in for Ryan McMahon. He'll bat in the 9-hole, as Wilmer Flores will pinch hit here against Wade Davis. Flores, 268 average, 8 homers, 29 RBIs. Davis pitched in the first game of this series. Took the loss after giving up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Rockies led 2-1 the whole game. And then a leadoff home run from Mike Yastrzemski tied it. And then a couple of walks, and then Tim Collins came in, got a couple of outs. But they walked it off on the sacrifice fly. And Davis quickly behind 2-0 against Flores. Giants still have Pablo Sandoval, Rob Brantley on the bench. Checks the runner at first. Here's the 2-0. This one's lifted out into shallow right center field. Blackman can't make the catch, but hesitation, and they get the out at second. They're able to deke out Dickerson, who wasn't sure who was going to catch it. Blackman slides well in front, and Dahl, playing backup, immediately gets in, fires into second. Heads up play there by Rogers to cover the bag. And that results in an out. Out goes a fielder's choice. So 2 outs for Austin Slater, man aboard at first. But now there's 2 outs. Wade Davis. Chance to get out of the inning now. Here's the first pitch to Slater. Called strike of the knees, 0-1. Wade Davis, after so much success with the Royals and then had a good year with the Cubs, Rockies signed him to the 3-year deal, and it has not been what they had hoped. Struggled in 2018. Did pretty well, but still struggled ERA-wise in velocity. Very rough year in 2019. And then 2018 has been rough for him as well, as he is no longer the closer. Swing and a miss there by Slater, 1-2. Scott Oberg, who's been the most consistent, probably the best reliever the Rockies have, struggled so much that he's down in AAA. And swing and a miss there by Slater, got him to chase the slider. Slater chases the slider. And we head to the top of the 9th. Rockies lead this 6-3. As Sean Anderson will take the mound for the Giants, making his 31st appearance. 3-3 record, 8.68 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 17 walks. He'll face Chris Owings, leads things off. Owings, who was a minor league signing by the Rockies during the offseason, made his way onto the opening day roster out of spring training. This one's hit out to right field. That's going to drop in front of Hamilton for a base hit. So leadoff single here for Chris Owings to start the ball game, or to start the top of the 9th. There's a little Texas leaguer. I'll turn the lineup over to Sam Hilliard, who's been held hitless in this one. Runner takes off for second. The throw down from Garcia, not in time as it bounces in there. Avelino not able to handle it, and Owings moves up into scoring position with the stolen bag. Nice jump there from Owings, and Garcia's not able to get it down there in time. 0-1 the count on Hilliard. Owings at second. That pitch runs inside, 1-1. Well, the Rockies lead 6-3. Charlie Blackmon with a pair of home runs for 4 RBIs. And then David Dahl with a 2-run single.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Makes it 6-3 here. As Hilliard's now behind 1-2. Anderson kicks and deals. That runs outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 the count now. Well, this has been a victory that the Rockies sorely need. They've lost 5 in a row heading into this game, including the first 2 of this series. Full count now on Hilliard, the payoff pitch. Swing and ripped back up the middle. That's a base hit. Owings rounds third. He'll score easily. Throw will go to second. And it's an RBI single for Sam Hilliard. Tacks on the run. It's 7-3 Rockies, and we have simulated tacos. Pitch up, and he gets the bat head to it. And just shoots it right back up the middle. And so there's a man at first for David Dahl. Nobody out here in the 9th. Anderson kind of going with a faster delivery, kind of the slide step. Got to with speed on the base paths in Sam Hilliard, who may be itching to go here again. And this one's hit well into left field, but Yastrzemski's there to make the catch on the run. And Hilliard will retreat back to first. Good contact there from David Dahl.
The third baseman, Nolan.
I'll bring up Nolan Arenado. Arenado's been held hitless today. Strikeout back in the first inning. He does have a walk and a run scored, but he hasn't done much else. First pitch to Arenado. Rips this one into right field for a base hit. Hilliard will stop at second. And now there's 2 men on for Charlie Blackmon. Arenado just slaps it the other way through the hole. And I'll bring up Blackmon, who's got 2 home runs in this game. He's 2 for 4. 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He's got 15 on the year. With that average up in the stratosphere, 379, that leads all of baseball. He faces Sean Anderson here with 1 out, 2 on. Rockies lead 7-3. First pitch misses high, ball 1.
1-0.
Here's the 1-0 to Blackmon, called strike on the outside corner.
1-1.
Well, Blackmon's been, as I've mentioned before, the model of consistency for the Rockies. The leading hitter, leads in RBIs, average, and home runs. Tapper back up the middle, past a diving Avellino. Rounding third is Hilliard. He'll score. Errant throw, but Slater picks it up, and it's an RBI single for Charlie Blackmon. His 5th RBI of the day. 3rd hit of the game. Just chops it back up the middle, hard bounce. And Avellino is not able to make the diving stop, and that'll end it for Anderson as Giants will go get Trevor Gott out of the bullpen, making his 22nd appearance. He's 2-0, the 183 ERA, 15 strikeouts and 7 walks. 200 average against right-handers and left-handers in 19 2/3 innings of work. So that'll bring up Brendan Rodgers. 1 out, man in first and second. And Gott gets ahead here, 0-1. Rodgers singled last inning, but didn't get anywhere. Here's the 0-1 from Trevor Gott. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Trying to get him to chase the hook there. See if they run it inside on him. Back up the middle, a base hit again. Arenado rounds third. The throw comes home. That's well late, and Arenado safe. And it's another RBI single for the Rockies. They extend their lead 9-3 here in the top of the 9th. Seems like it's the third straight single that's not hit particularly hard. So first pitch bender to Daniel Murphy's in there. 0-1. Murphy's held hitless today. Struck out his last time up. But the Rockies opening this thing up in the 9th inning. Bounces that one foul. So now you could bring in Carlos Estevez, maybe. Or you bring in your closer in James Pazos to, one, give him some work, but then also just to secure the win. He's been these late innings that have been really the Rockies' Achilles heel. Here's the 0-2 to Murphy. Bouncer back to second. Sanchez bobbles it, and he can't recover. Everybody's safe. Now goes an error against Sanchez, an E4. And that loads the bases for the pitcher's spot. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here in Elias Diaz. Hitting .276 on the year. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And Bud Black decides to go to his other catcher here in the top of the 9th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Gott kicks and deals. First pitch strike against Diaz. Rockies lead 9-3. They put up 3 runs in this inning so far.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And most of it's all just coming from singles. Here's the 1-1 to Diaz.
No, that's out.
Curveball just misses the outside corner. Tough pitch there. And it's 2-1. Rockies trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. They're in good position here. Pitch misses outside, 3-1. Tony Wolters waits on deck. Nowhere to put Diaz. Bases loaded. Rockies lead 9-3. 3-1 to Diaz. Inside, ball 4. That walks in a run. So Diaz comes in off the bench, draws the walk. Now goes an RBI as they'll trot home. It's 10-3 Rockies. And Tony Wolters bats with the bases still loaded. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Now goes an infield fly rule. Everybody will stay put. But now there's 2 away in the inning. I don't know, Chris Owings, who started this, led off this inning with a single, came around to score. So he'll bat around as the Rockies have gone through the lineup. Gets a piece of that one as I make sure my PlayStation doesn't fall asleep. That would be embarrassing. The 0-1 to Owings. Big swing and a miss there. Pulled the string on him. It's 0-2. Well, the Giants were within 3 heading into this inning. The Rockies have extended it to 10-3 now. And this one's lifted out to center into left field. Yastrzemski's there to make the catch. And that will retire the side. The Rockies leave them loaded. But they tack on 4 runs. They lead 10-3 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Here in San Francisco at Oracle Park.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jose Mujica will come in now, making his second appearance. He's got a 5.40 ERA, 3 strikeouts, no walks, in an inning and 2/3 of work. He's got a cushy lead here, 7-run lead. He'll face 8-9-1 for the Giants. Mujica, again, the one pitcher that the Rockies signed to a guaranteed major league contract this offseason. Jake McGee and Carlos Estevez warming up just in case. Had a lot of good promise in the minors, but injuries have really sidelined him. Here's the 1-0 to Garcia. Misses down and away, 2-0. He was down in Double-A Hartford before getting called up. The Rockies bullpen was just overworked and tired and needed some fresh arms out there to help out and relieve some of the pressure. Fouled away, evens the count at 2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one's fouled off. We'll do it again, 2-2. Comes the 2-2 pitch. This one's lined foul. Do it again, 2-2. Nice at bat here by Ramos Garcia. 2-2 misses high. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch. Bounces that one foul. Long AB here from Ramos Garcia against Jose Mujica. And popped him up around home plate, and Wolters makes the catch. And there's one away here. Took him 9 pitches, but Mujica gets the first out. And I'll bring up Bayatal Avelino. Shortstop came in as part of the double switch. Reached on error back in the 7th. Replacing Brendan Crawford. Crawford was 2 for 3 in the game. Big swing and a miss at the curveball. 0-1. The Rockies will look to hopefully turn a new leaf as we head into June after a rough month of May. Winning only 8, presumably 9 with this game. 9 games in the month. They only had a couple of days off. Here's the 2-1 to Amelino, and this is down the line past Murphy into right field. That'll bounce in the corner. Blackman's got it. He'll throw it back in, but that'll go as a 1-out double for Amelino. Puts a man in scoring position for the Giants here in the 9th. We'll bring up the right fielder, Billy Hamilton. Man at second, 1 out. Mujica fires. This one misses high, ball 1. Well, folks, if you've been joining us, this is the Sideline Crowd. I'm Skylar Timmons, a little sports blog that I started mostly as a senior project for college. But after I've graduated about a month or so ago, decided to keep this going and then doing these broadcasts just to help me practice as wanting to go into this sort of thing for a career. Set to do it, but with minor league baseball sidelined, I was about to get my first kind of experience in it, but that canceled. Grounder to second. McMahon's got it. He'll throw on to, or Owings has got it. He'll throw on to first. And there's 2 away now. Rockies 1 out away from winning this one. And I'll bring up Yomer Sanchez. 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Man at third, 2 outs. Mujica looking to close this thing out. If you've been joining us from Purple Row, thank you. Give a shout out to Purple Row and Ben Kushnikavich, who shared it on the Twitter, on the Twitters, as the kids call it these days. Special thanks to them for a little bit of this exposure. Comes the 0-1 to Sanchez, fouls this one away. Special thanks to all of them. Mujica comes set. Giants down to their final strike, the 0-2. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. And we'll do it again, 0-2. Mujica comes set. 0-2 again. Runs high, ball 1. Tried to get him to chase something, but Sanchez lays off and makes it 1-2. Rockies lead 10-3. They put up 4 runs in the top of the 9th. Really extended the lead. Made it not a safe situation. The 1-2 runs outside again, trying to get him to chase. Lays off again. It's 2-2. Comes set again. Another 2-2. Grounder back to short. Rogers has got it to throw on the run. That's your ball game. Well, the Rockies win it 10-3. They hold on to win. They end the month of May with a victory. That's the way you want to end. It's been a rough month, but they snapped the 5-game losing streak. Win their 9th game of the month after a rough month. Good outing by Kyle Freeland, who will get the victory as the Giants will kind of kick themselves. Rockies win it 10-3. Kyle Freeland proves to 4-3. Jeff Samardzija takes the loss 0-2 in his return back to the rotation. Rockies 12 hits, 10 runs on 12 hits. Giants 10 hits for 3 runs. Charlie Blackmon, your player of the game, obviously went 3 for 5 with a couple of home runs for 5 RBIs. Freeland goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs on 8 hits, struck out 2. Samardzija goes 5 innings, gives up 4 runs on 3 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Some of the notables for the Rockies: Sam Hilliard goes 2 for 5 with a double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. David Dahl 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs, and Chris Owings 1 for 2. Notables for San Francisco: Brandon Crawford 2 for 3, the triple and a run scored. Evan Longoria 1 for 4 with a double. Abiatal Avelino with a double, and Mike Yastrzemski 1 for 3 with an RBI. Well, the Rockies got it off to a hot start as Charlie Blackmon, the 3-run homer in the first. Giants then scored a run in the bottom of the inning. Blackmon hits a solo shot in the top of the third. And then the Giants kind of chip away, get a couple of runs back in the 4th and 5th. But that's all they'd get, as the Rockies would add 2 more in the top of the 7th off an 2-run single for David Dahl. And then the Rockies rally for 4 as they bat around in the top of the 9th. So that'll do it all here on the Sideline Crowd. Once again, I'm Skylar Timmons. Thank you so much for joining us. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and the Sideline Crowd. They're all the same. You can just look up the Sideline Crowd. And thank you so much for joining us today on this Sunday afternoon. It's always good when the Rockies win. We got simulated tacos. Again, the Rockies will head to Arizona. We probably won't. We're kind of on an every other day broadcast schedule, so I'll most likely be back on Tuesday. Maybe I'll do tomorrow for Ty Colbert's debut, but you'll just have to keep an eye out. We do these all live, but you can always catch these later. We have a playlist on Facebook that you can find through our channel, or that I link to on Facebook. But again, that'll do it here for this one. The Rockies avoid the sweep. They win this thing 10-3. Everybody have a fantastic Sunday. And as always, everybody's staying safe. And once again, as always, amidst these hard times, let us remember to just be kind to one another. We're all in this thing together that we call life. And look out for your neighbor and your fellow man no matter what. Once again, final score, Rockies 10, Giants 3. We'll see you next time.